to you. They'll pretend to be your friend. They'll pretend to be nice. But don't be fooled. They're just collecting information from you.
Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about bullying as an adult woman. My name is Waldina. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Bullying is normally associated with childhood, right? And I really want us to have conversations about bullying as adult because a lot of people think it's just for children, but it happens quite often. It can happen at work, at home, and sometimes we don't know how to deal with those situations because we are all grown, and you think that adults would act like adults, but sometimes they don't be acting like adults. So today I'm going to share a few videos. I'm going to share videos of a few women who give advice about bullying and what you should do as a woman in that situation.
Listen, for my ladies, continue to be confident and unapologetically yourself, because when you deal with other women who bully you, belittle you, and constantly just try to intimidate you or get in your energy, know that they are really the weak ones. They are projecting all of their insecurities, all of their anxiety, all of the worries and fears and doubts that they have about themselves and how they really feel about themselves. They take it out on women who are truly confident, who are truly genuine, who are truly good, nice, loving people. So every single time you as a woman see another woman send you hate, wish for your downfall, be insecure, and try to paint a picture of you, just know that they are dealing with their own internal battles, and that makes them a weak person. It takes a weak person to have to gain power and gain enjoyment off of belittling someone else, and it takes a delusional person to continue even after seeing it doesn't work. These people will never succeed.
I look a mess right now, but I had a question for the other pretty girls. I have PTSD because I felt like my whole life other women will try to point out my flaws, or if I say something dumb, it'll be made into a humiliation tactic. And it's caused me to be really quiet, just not say anything, because people will try to call you out 10 times hard if you say something that may have not been correct. But if anybody else says it, it's nothing. You made a fool out of, or I've been in situations where my heart sunk into my stomach and I got really hot because that embarrassed feeling where people try to humiliate you all because they're insecure, and it's the worst feeling ever. And I just wonder, has anybody else been through that? People just being really, just calling you out. You can just tell they're doing it it's a tactic that they use to make you feel uncomfortable or make you feel less than. I don't know. It's just something I think about, and when I'm in situations that I'm quiet, I don't really want to talk. That's why, because I know that my words can easily be used against me.
Many of the people who were bullied while I was growing up are thriving now. Others would talk down to them and make them feel like they wouldn't amount to anything. And this just goes to show that success isn't solely about timing. Just because someone hasn't achieved something yet doesn't mean that they won't. Your own success doesn't diminish their potential to achieve the same thing or even greater things. When you bully or look down on certain people, they just sit back and harness all of that negativity to propel them to the top. You think you're breaking them down, but really, you're building them up. Don't look down on people who have less than you, because life can change unexpectedly and roles can switch in an instant. The order in which someone begins their journey doesn't determine the final outcome.
When you're a woman who's secure with yourself, you're confident, and you love yourself regardless of who bullies you, regardless of what people think about you or how your appearance is, you have to understand you're going to deal with envious, insecure women because they haven't healed that part of themselves yet, and they just want to bring you down and bully you, try to defeat you. This way they could feel powerful, or this way they could feel like they brought you down. They feel like if they could defeat you, then that means something to them, basically. Like, think about it. You never receive hate from a woman who really loves herself, who's really working on herself, and you could see that because not only on the outside is she beautiful, how she acts, her personality, how she speaks is beautiful. You will see that you're only bullied by women who are insecure and scared to be themselves. Why do you think they bully you for being feminine? Why do you think they try to tear you down for how you look, how you act, how you dress? You intimidate them so much because they never got to heal that part of themselves. Or probably what happened was people in their life bullied them and people made them feel bad for being feminine and they made them feel ugly. So they internalized that projected feeling from other people, and now they continue the cycle by taking those internalized feelings and try to put it onto you. Now they're trying to make you feel ugly. Now they're trying to make you feel bad because you're in touch with yourself and you're confident. So if you're dealing with a lot of hate and you know that you're beautiful, it's not that you're not beautiful, or it's not that you're too cocky, and that you have to understand girls are gonna try to tear down a strong, confident, sexy woman because they want to become that themselves. They just don't embody the qualities, they don't embody the skills that it takes to be that, especially with the inner beauty. People don't realize the most reason that they're ugly is because they're ugly on the inside. They don't realize that you're a genuine person, that you heal, you literally exude happiness and love, and you make sure to do that every single day. They also see that and they hate you for it too. Like, these girls, they think since they're envious, since they're bullies, since they're low, since they hate themselves, that you also hate them, be envious, be doing all this stuff. But in reality, you're really a genuine, loving ass person, and that's why you're so beautiful, that's why you're so confident, and that's why you love yourself. So never allow these girls that try to belittle you or tear you down make you feel like you can't be that person, because at the end of the day, they will always be intimidated by you, regardless of how you look, regardless of your situation. They will always be intimidated simply for who you are and how beautiful you are.
Bullying someone as an adult doesn't even make sense, because how are you gonna make fun of the car someone drives, or the house that they choose to live in, or the clothes that they wear? Are you gonna buy them new ones? Are you gonna fix it? If you're not gonna come with a solution, why are you even running your mouth as an adult? That's crazy to me. And I have something else to add. If you are gonna bully someone into changing something about themselves, and this goes for women, why would it be a purse or an outfit? You don't want to bully someone or shame them for that nasty attitude that they have, but you want to talk about the fact that she's not wearing, a Chanel, a Telfar bag? That's very lame and useless. So if you're going to be an adult bully, make it productive. Try to stop racism or sexism. You're over here worried about someone's shoes. Get a grip.
When you're pretty, ambitious, and you have a good aura to you, you're gonna have a hard time at the workplace. The workplace is going to be a battlefield. So have you wondered why you always get humbled at every workplace? It's because your colleagues are jealous of you. And they're probably jealous of your beauty, that's a big one, your ambition, or just your frequency. If you vibrate on a high frequency, if you have a good aura to you, if you're a good person, you mind your business, they will be threatened. The workplace is filled with insecure people, so as soon as you walk into the workplace, they're already sizing you up. They're threatened that they're gonna lose their position. So when you come into the workplace now, they're gonna come to you, and best believe they're gonna start asking you loads of questions. And don't be fooled. They're only doing this to monitor you. They're asking you monitoring questions because they're collecting information to sabotage you. You're gonna get these overly nice people attached to you, and you think they're your friend, but they're not your friend. They're threatened, and they're coming close to you to see if you are a threat. So they'll come to you, they'll ask you if you're educated, your previous workplace, they'll ask you who you are, they'll ask you loads of questions. It's because they are collecting information from you. They're already threatened when they know a new person is going to start. Now you walk in and you're beautiful, you're ambitious. They hate that, they hate it. So what they will do is, some of them will come close to you. They'll pretend to be your friend. They'll pretend to be nice, but don't be fooled. They're just collecting information from you. They will ask you your previous workplace. They will ask you what school you went to. They want to know everything about you, and they're not your friend. So don't tell them. When you're at work, I want you to give one sentence. More than one sentence at work is just too much talking, especially when you're a pretty woman. You know what's sad about this? You're there going to work because you just want to make some money. Maybe you're saving for a car. Maybe it's your dream job. But now that you go to the workplace, you're getting attacks from left, right, and center. And then I get some messages from some of you guys saying, you don't even think you're that pretty. Why would people come and attack you? Yeah, you don't think you're that pretty. The thing about jealousy is It's that person's perception of you. It's not your perception of yourself. So when you're coming into the workplace, let's say that person has an internalized beauty standard, and you come into the workplace and you have that internalized beauty standard. That could be anything. That could be long hair. That person would now start feeling threatened because they deem long hair as the epitome of a beauty standard. They feel like they would have it easier in the workplace. They would have it easier in life if they had that internalized beauty standard. So when they see you come in there, they do not like it. They feel threatened. And we all know the psychology behind this. When they feel threatened, they have to knock you down. They have to get you out. And especially when it's really deep, a lot of them, they can't face you coming into work every day. They cannot face that. And law number 1 of the 48 laws of power, never outshine the master. And especially when you're in a competitive environment, a lot of us, we come into the workplace just doing the job because that's what we're meant to do. But we do a good job. So now the colleagues are getting threatened, of course. So what do? They sabotage you. They humble you. They give you backhanded compliments, especially with the older women at work. Younger women too, they can hate on older women as well. It can work both ways. But usually what I've noticed, it's older women hating or being jealous of the younger women. And I said this in my YouTube video, they're usually jealous of your time. They're wondering, you're shattering their reality. They're thinking, I cannot believe this beautiful young woman is working the same role as me and we're getting paid the same job. No, they can't deal with that. They need to get you out. They need to sabotage you. They need to collect information on you. They need to critique you. And especially when you're a beautiful young woman, they will publicly embarrass you. If you make a mistake, they will talk loudly. They will want to make you feel so small, because guess what? Every time you walk into the office being yourself, that's how they feel. They feel small from viewing you. So they have to make you feel exactly how you make them feel from just existing. See, the workplace, it's like the Game of Thrones. The game is always being played whether you want to play or not. So do you want to get played, or do you want to play to be ahead of the curve? You have to realize the workplace is filled with people that haven't resolved their childhood trauma. They haven't resolved their high school. So a lot of them in the workplace, either they're really popular in school, so they lose that power. A lot of these people that peaked in high school or were popular in high school, when they get into the workplace, they feel young again. They feel powerful again. And they see you and they hate that. Especially if they're an older woman and they see you being pretty. They need to hate on you. And also it works the other way around. If there was someone and they didn't have that power, they come to workplace and they actually, because it's acceptable to have power. There's a lot of power plays in the workplace. And they see you. Best believe they're going to abuse that power on you. They will abuse that power on you, especially the men. Let's talk about it. The men will want to humble you, and you feel like you can't even say anything because of the workplace. And in the workplace, they do it in a very indirect way. It's a very indirect way, so you can't really call them out. My main tip is, when you go into the workplace, master the art of female stoicism. That's something that I had to do. Female stoicism. You need to play chess, not checkers. Because in the workplace, it's not a physical game. You will see the actions, the results, but everything is inside. It is a mental game like chess. You need to learn strategy, because you can't keep quitting every job. That was me. I would quit 1 job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Look, I'll be lying if I didn't say I quit more than 4. Because of how these people treat me. Because I didn't know that this is going to keep happening in every workplace. I kept thinking, maybe this is just a workplace. No, it's a universal, unique experience when you're a triple threat. So don't take it personal. You just need to learn strategy. You need to master the art of detachment, female stoicism, which is what I'm going to be mentioning, and I'm going to make a video about it soon. But you need to learn that, because it's going to always happen. But don't get me wrong, we have abundant mindsets. If it's too much, then go. But let me tell you something. Do not allow your colleagues to bully you out of the workplace. You leave on your own accord. You leave when you want to get more money. You leave when you feel like this job is not for me anymore and I want to get better. Do not leave because people are threatened by you. They're threatened by your beauty. They're threatened by your ambition. They're threatened that you mind your business. They're threatened by your work ethic. Do not leave. Leave on your own accord, because guess what? That is what they want to do. This whole thing, it's a game. It's like the Game of Thrones. It's a mental game. So when they're sabotaging you, when they're doing all these things to you and you fall for it, checkmate, they won. Now you're gone. You don't even have a job, or the job you get next isn't as good as the job you had, because you allowed them to bully you out of the job. Everyone is playing a position. You have to think, what position am I playing? If you're going into the workplace thinking there's no game being played, you're being naive. Wake up. There's a game being played. You need to realize what your position is. Some people are playing the game. They could be your ally. cool, they could be allies. Still don't trust them and tell them all your business. No, but you're gonna need allies. There's some people and they're there to simply attack you. They want to bring you down so they can get to the top. And they sabotage people to protect themselves. Some people, they do it to protect themselves. They just do it to protect themselves. So you have to wake up. Everyone is playing a game. What is your role? On a psychological level, it's called the social comparison theory. So when you come into the workplace, people are gonna compare themselves to you, insecure people, and they're gonna feel threatened. And when they deem you as a threat, what are they gonna do? They're going to overpower you. And you see this a lot at the workplace because it's a competitive environment. So because the social comparison theory, they see you coming in and automatically they feel insecure. And because these people, they don't do the work. They don't realize I feel this way because I feel inadequate in myself. I feel insecure in myself. They just see you're causing this intense feeling in themselves and they like, oh, she has to go. They don't realize it's within. They don't realize that. And then they spew all their venom out to us. Back to the social comparison theory. So what this is our brains don't like to be excluded. And with the social comparison theory, you can actually see this at the gym if you go to the gym. When you're at the gym, you may see at the corner of your eye a girl looking at you, or in the mirror, you may see a girl looking at you and then maybe look away, or she's like staring at you. Sometimes you'll even see their face and they'll be like sad in their face. It's because of the social comparison theory. So they're comparing themselves to you. It is reminding themselves of their insecurities and they don't like that and it makes them feel upset. So I see this happen in the gym, but I don't care if it's a gym, I'm just doing my thing. So this also happens in the workplace. So they see you to compare themselves to you and makes them feel really bad about themselves, and then they need to take you out. If you have something about you in the workplace that makes you stand out, best believe you're gonna be attacked. So you need to play it smart. You need to play it smart. So thank you for watching the end of the video. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to leave a comment down below and don't forget to like and follow for more.
Y'all, what the hell is up with these fucking mean girls? These grown ass adult fucking female mean girls. I'm talking about women who are very clearly over the age of 18, many of which are actually over the age of 25, 30, 40 years old, who are just fucking mean. And I'm not talking about my previous videos discussing like customer service and people being rude to other people. I'm disregarding all of that. I am specifically talking about grown-ass women who make fun of other women due to their physical features, how they speak, how they sound, their financial status, how they grew up, where they live. And not in a cute, funny way, but actually a true mean way where you're sending DMs to other people, where you are sending text messages to other people, where you're snickering behind their back. Who the hell raised you to believe that this is actually still acceptable in 2023? Because when I grew up, I was bullied incessantly. Is that even the correct term to use? But it was to the point where I actually had to change schools quite often because I was being bullied so much and harassed so much at school, just based off of how I look and how I grew up, that I made the decision when I was growing up that because I was bullied so much, that I would never, ever allow myself to bully anybody else in the future. And I know the saying goes, bullied children become bullying adults. But there's a point in your life that you reach where you have to make the decision to make a change moving forward. So if you didn't like being bullied, why the fuck are you bullying other people? Nothing comes from it. All you're doing is continuing this really toxic cycle of not only continuing to cause negativity in the world, but then you're telling other people that it's okay for you to not only be negative, but for them to be negative. Plus, it's just fucking ugly. And for people who are outside of Texas, I'm not saying that they're physically ugly, I just mean ugly, their personality is fucking ugly. Can we all just grow the fuck up and be nice to other people? Like, that would be great.
Are y'all trying to throw shade or something? Because if you got a positive...
You know how powerful of a being you have to be in order for a group of girls or a group of people to try to tear you down? They wouldn't be trying to tear you down if you were already below them. So they have to try to resort to belittling you and to bullying you to try to knock you down for their own pleasure. And I'm so proud of you for sitting by yourself, regardless of anything, regardless of the group of girls trying to gang up on you or a classroom isolating you, etc. Because it takes a lot of courage to stand by yourself and to know what kind of heart you have and know that you don't need the validation of anyone around you. And something tells me that I don't even need to see what those bullies look like because I've seen you and you're beautiful and you have this energy to you that clearly...
One way to deal with female-to-female bullying in the office. I have been studying high performance leadership and human development for over 25 years. And I have 2 tips: document and report. Female to female or any kind of bullying, it's a display of insecurity. The bully is insecure. That's all it is. But it can be emotionally draining. I know, because I have been there. I've been bullied by women. So do not gossip about it. Instead, document every incident, stay strong, and report it. When you speak up, other women who are committed to excellence will follow suit. You've got this. Follow for more conversations on excellence in female leadership.